I have a question for you. What size are you? Hi, I'm Mr. C and welcome to Ukulele Rocks. Now I asked you a question. I said, what size are you? Well, obviously, I meant, what size of ukulele do you think you have? Now you might have an instrument that looks like this. This is a Macala Dolphin Soprano. And there's that word, soprano. This is a soprano size ukulele. It may look a little bit toy-like and a little bit childlike, but there's nothing to say it has to be a child's instrument. It's simply a soprano size. And soprano means high-pitched or voice, a high voice. And this is quite high-pitched. It's got 12 frets on a soprano ukulele. So if you have a look at your ukulele and count the frets, if you're not sure, these are the frets, these metal bars that divide the fingerboard up where we put our left hand fingers, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 frets if you have a soprano ukulele. So that's a soprano ukulele, but do you know of any other ukulele sizes? Do you know how many different ukulele sizes there are? Could you guess? 2? 3? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. So let's take a look, shall we? We're going to move up to the next size up, and that will be our concert ukulele. Let's have a look at that. Here we go. Now my concert ukulele, my concert size ukulele, does look a little bit different. It's a bit of a special instrument because it's entirely plastic. You can play it in the bath. No, I never have, but if I wanted to, you could. Now there's not a lot of difference. Well, there's a few differences between this and the soprano. Let's have a look, shall we? Because I've just put the soprano down here. First of all is the size. It's a bit hard to tell with an all black instrument on my all black t-shirt, but you'll notice if I put them back to back. There we go. Hardly fits in the camera. The concert ukulele is a bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Now it's still got 4 strings, still got a sound hole in the middle, still got a bridge. What about those frets? Do you remember how many frets a soprano ukulele has got? 12. Let's see this concert size ukulele, if this has got 12 frets. You might have to trust me a little bit on this one. I'll try and get them reflecting, because these frets are not metal bars, because like I said, it's plastic. So let's have a quick look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So in other words, on our concert ukulele, we can get a higher pitched note. We haven't stopped there. Now, if we were on our soprano ukulele, we'd have to stop there. Not on our concert. D sharp always seemed a strange note to finish on. That's our highest note. And if we compare that to our soprano, only gets to a top A, 12 frets versus 18. But do we have to stop there? Is that it? We have a soprano size ukulele, and we have our concert sized ukulele that we can play in the bath. Just this one, not all concert ukuleles, but this one. Do we stop there? Next, we're going to move up a size to the tenor size ukulele. Let's take a look at that, shall we? And here we are at the tenor ukulele. Now, some of you, if you're pupils of mine and in my classes, you might recognise this one. This is my tenor ukulele that I use for all my teaching, a lot of my videos, and a lot of my playing, full stop. I really like it. Now, because it's bigger, and it is much bigger than the concert ukulele, it doesn't mean, again, we're still going to slide them around a little bit to get them into the camera screen, it doesn't mean that these tenor ukuleles are just for grown-ups or just for adults. It's just that I use this one when I'm teaching because it's a little bit louder. It's got nothing to do with the size of it, nothing to do with fitting fingers in. It's just because it's a little bit louder. But as it's getting bigger, in music, things that are big usually get lower in pitch. But not ukuleles. Now let's just pop back to our concert ukulele. Now our concert ukulele, we said we had that top note at which fret? How many frets? Do you remember what we counted? 18. We counted 18 frets. We had that strange note at the top. D sharp, all the way up there. Well, let's have a look at the tenor ukulele, shall we? First of all, a bit easier to see how many frets on a tenor ukulele. I wonder if it's going to be more or less than the concert ukulele. What do you think? More frets or less frets? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the same. It's got the same. So again, that rather strange D sharp. It's exactly the same as our concert ukulele. Exactly the same pitch, even though it's a bigger instrument. Who knew? But do we stop there? We've had our soprano. Tenor's a lot bigger than a soprano. We've had our concert ukulele. And now we've had our tenor ukulele. But we still have got one more to go. Welcome to the big old world of the baritone ukulele. Now this is the largest of the standard sizes of ukuleles. Again, still 4 strings. Oh, fret count. That was the idea, wasn't it? Let's have a quick check. How many do you think there's going to be? Come on, you're getting experts now. Have a look. How many do you think there's going to be? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, there we go. So not quite as many. All those people that said 18. So we have the highest note a little bit lower pitched. But something else about pitch. Because do you remember, we put that down for a moment, we talked about the tenor ukulele and how that had the same pitch as the concert ukulele, which had the same pitch as the soprano ukulele. Well, not so with the baritone, because for once our music idea of when things get bigger in music they get lower pitch, it actually worked. Because this not only gets lower pitched, it gets completely different sounding. Because the strings on a baritone ukulele are tuned differently to the soprano, the concert and the tenor. Because these strings are tuned like the first 4 strings on a guitar. And I can demonstrate this. Have a look. If I do our little shape over here and put 3 fingers on, some of you may know what this chord is called. What do you think? It's a chord of C. You're quite right. Well, it would be a chord of C if I was playing it on a tenor ukulele. Let's hear it. So there we are. 1, 2, 3. Makes a chord of C. Chord of C. Fine. Let's try our chord of C on our baritone, shall we? 1, 2, 3 makes a chord of G, actually, because our finger shapes have to change as well. If we want to play a chord of C, we have to do this with our fingers. And that will sound kind of like our chord of C on the other instruments. And you might recognise that shape as a chord of F, and you're right. It's all getting very confusing. So we've had so far our soprano, our soprano, our smallest of our instruments. Next up was the, what was next? The concert. After the concert, it got slightly larger, but still the same pitch. And we hit the tenor size. And finally, we've just been to the largest of the 4 sizes, the baritone. But is that it? Well, yes, it is. It is. However, there are a few interesting instruments just on the outside of those 4 standard size of ukulele. Let's take a look.